Hello, Brockton. Welcome to the third installment of my show, The BATBUSGUY. Let me start by reminding you that you have a right to get on a bus safely without the driver moving the bus before you are seated. All you have to do when you get on the bus is just ask the driver not to move the bus until you are seated. For this show, I received a few emails from concerned bus riders thanking me for not being afraid to stand up to BAT and Mayor Sullivan on the issue of bus safety. I will now address them and explain and answer their questions and concerns on my attempts to convince Mayor Sullivan, BAT, and the Brockton City Council to publicly address this threat. Now, like I said before, they've sent a letter to me personally on this, but they've never publicly addressed it with you, the people of Brockton. First I want to say that I am proud to stand up and fight for the right of innocent kids, pregnant women, and disabled seniors and others to get on a public bus safely. I have made major progress. 9 months ago, on February 10th, when my life was first threatened by an uncaring BAT bus driver and my very difficult battle began with BAT and Mayor Sullivan, I set 3 goals for myself. The first goal was to secure a written or documented statement from BAT that their drivers were in fact driving illegally, threatening the safety of passengers. I reached that first goal on May 15th when BAT management admitted in an email to me that my dozens of safety complaints were valid and the drivers were disciplined. My second goal was to secure a written or documented statement from Mayor Sullivan addressing the threat on the bus. I reached that goal on August 31st. When I received a certified letter from the city stating that they conducted their own investigations and that confirmed that my safety concerns were valid and that the drivers were disciplined. But the problem is, like I said, the city chose not to inform you, the public, of their investigation findings that there's a dangerous threat on the buses. Let me point out that I would not have secured that certified letter from the city of Brockton if I had not decided to run for mayor and go around the city giving speeches talking about Mayor Sullivan and the fact that he gambles with the lives of low-income kids and disabled seniors who ride the bus. I am very proud of myself for standing toe-to-toe with Mayor Sullivan and forcing him to back down and finally address the threat in writing. I proved all of my critics wrong. You can fight City Hall and you can win. You just have to be determined, persistent, and unafraid of the mayor. The mayor is just a man. He's nothing more than that, just a simple man, that's all. My third and final goal is to force either BAT, Mayor Sullivan, or the Brockton City Council to issue a public statement on the threat, warning the people of Brockton to be careful when getting on a bus. To my critics, I say that due to the fact that Mayor Sullivan and BAT have had 9 months and counting to voluntarily publicly address this threat, but have chosen not to, I believe that force is the right word for me to use. I am 3/4 of the way to crossing the finish line and securing this public statement. I recently spoke with Massachusetts State Representative Rita Mendez in office in Boston. I explained the threat on the bus in great detail to her and her staff. I answered all their questions. I sent them all the documents they asked for. They stated they would look into it and get back to me. They emailed me 11 days later on October 30th and stated that they would be contacting Mayor Sullivan to see about releasing a joint public statement on this threat that they concluded was real, ongoing, and that the people of Brockton had a right to know. Now that makes 3 people now who've done their investigations and determined that I was right and the people have a right to know. That's BAT, Mayor Sullivan, and now the state senator, State Representative Rita Mendez. However, that was a week ago and I haven't heard back from them. Therefore, as I have repeatedly stated to BAT, Mayor Sullivan, and the Brockton City Council, due to the serious, dangerous, and ongoing nature of this threat, and the fact that a tragedy could occur at any time, there needs to be a public statement issued as soon as possible. So, I have decided that I need to continue pushing them to act. I want to be very clear first. While the statement I am going to make is directed to BAT, Mayor Sullivan, and the Brockton City Council, it is primarily directed at Mayor Sullivan, who is the leader and face of this dangerously corrupt administration as it relates to this threat on the BAT buses. He is the individual that the people of Brockton rightfully look to for answers concerning public safety threats. I want the people of Brockton, as well as Mayor Sullivan and the do-nothing, self-serving Brockton City Council, to understand my frustration over the last months and why I am so passionate about addressing this threat on the bus. Let me briefly explain. I am a 67-year-old disabled senior who was victimized 4 times on a BAT bus. At first, I tried to be polite and respectful when communicating this dangerous threat with BAT, Mayor Sullivan, and the City Council by using terms like, "I would appreciate," and "could you help me," and "thank you," and "please." But they all refused to respond. They all thought I would simply go away. They were all very wrong. They chose the wrong person to play politics with. My point is, I tried to work respectfully within our system of government, but unfortunately, our system of government here in Brockton is broken. For example, in my opinion, when the political leaders of Brockton are aware and agree in writing that there is an illegal, dangerous, and ongoing public safety threat on buses in this city, and they refuse for 9 months and counting to issue a public statement to inform the innocent people whose lives are being threatened on the bus, that in my opinion, is the definition of a broken system of government. So, in order to address this threat on the bus with our dangerous mayor and self-serving do-nothing councilors, I had to think out of the box and try other legal tactics. That is why I ran for Brockton mayor and have used the only weapon I have left to me, my voice, to fight for the safety of innocent kids, pregnant women, and disabled seniors, etc., to safely get on a public bus. So, let me say now to BAT and the Brockton City Council, and especially to you, Mayor Sullivan. You, Mayor Sullivan, are a powerful and influential political leader. The fact that you have decided not to use that power to protect and inform Brockton's low-income and poor immigrant population of an illegal, dangerous, and ongoing public safety threat on BAT, and have instead decided to play God and gamble with the lives of pregnant women and their unborn baby and disabled seniors who ride the bus, it is not only despicable, appalling, and sickening, it is a perfect example of how power corrupts political leaders. You, Mayor Sullivan, have crossed the line and become a clear and present danger to Brockton's poor and low-income immigrant community who ride the bus. I want to give you another example of why I say that you, Mayor Sullivan, are a clear and present danger to all Brockton residents who ride the public bus. On April 30th, 2023, I was informed by the Vice President of the Bus Drivers Union that the bus drivers know who you are if you do not stop reporting complaints about their illegal driving behavior, and if they receive their 4th written disciplinary letter, which will result in their being fired, they will come after you. That's right, they will come after me, they said. I filed a report with the Brockton Police Department and reported it to the Plymouth County District Attorney's Office. My point here is, even after I reported this threat to harm me to Mayor Sullivan's office, he still refused to issue a public statement on the fact that BAT bus drivers were plotting revenge against me, the life of a 67-year-old disabled Brockton senior, for doing nothing more than reporting their illegal behavior threatening passenger safety on a bus. That is how really serious and dangerous this threat is. This group of drivers do not care about passenger safety. They simply want to continue their illegal, dangerous driving behavior. I now call on the people of Brockton to demand that the Brockton City Council immediately begin the process to enact a law to impeach and remove a mayor or city councilor from office. Second thing, the fact that you, Mayor Sullivan, and the City Council can sit in your offices every day and go about your business, knowing that all over this city and all council districts, thousands of your poor and low-income constituents are riding the bus and are oblivious of the law that states that it is illegal for bus drivers to move the bus and threaten their safety before they find a seat, and you simply keep silent and refuse to inform them so that they can protect themselves and their families. That is reprehensible and disturbing. You are all cold-hearted, horrible monsters. I hope there's a special place in hell waiting for each one of you. Before you all start sending me letters, let me say now to my critics who feel that those two statements are harsh, mean, or uncalled for. What do you call it? Let me ask you, what do you call it when the mayor and city council in Brockton, a city of 105,000 people, are aware of an illegal, dangerous, and ongoing threat to riders on the public bus, but refuse to issue a public statement warning the innocent kids, pregnant mothers, and disabled seniors of this threat? I say to Mayor Sullivan, you are a hypocrite and a liar. In March 2023, you stated in your State of the City address you wanted to be mayor of everybody. The fact that you refuse to issue a public statement on the threat on BAT is clear proof that you do not want to be the mayor of Brockton's vibrant, hardworking, low-income immigrant communities who have no choice but to ride the bus to go to work, go shopping, and get around the city. This is another perfect example of our broken system of government here in Brockton. We have the bus company, the mayor, and the city council all aware of an illegal, dangerous, and ongoing threat to public safety on the bus, and all of you refuse to act responsibly and simply inform the very people whose safety is being threatened so they can protect themselves and their families. What is wrong with you? What more do you need? Do you need a dead body in the street to act? Please act. Does their safety really mean nothing to all of you? I again ask BAT management, Mayor Sullivan, and the Brockton City Council to please put politics aside and stand up for public safety and issue a public statement and bring BAT management before the City Council to fully explain this threat and what they are doing to stop it. Okay. For the people of Brockton who do not know about this threat, because I know some of you out there don't know what this threat is, let me explain exactly what this illegal threat is, and you can determine yourself if I am right or wrong in being so passionate about getting this addressed. Bus drivers are moving the bus into traffic while pregnant mothers or disabled seniors are standing at the fare box holding bags of groceries from Market Basket, holding on, trying not to lose their balance on a moving bus, while trying to pay their fare into the fare box and hoping and praying that the driver does not hit the brakes, sending them to the floor of the bus, resulting in a broken hip or losing their unborn baby. Consider, I am only one rider out of thousands, and I alone have reported more than 80 individual incidents, just like what I described. Just imagine how many thousands of times this happens each month on the bus. The most recent safety incident occurred just 4 days ago on a bus that I was on. And this happened on 11/16. I think it was 4 days ago, or whatever day that was. Another uncaring bus driver chose to ignore the directives of BAT management and illegally moved the bus into traffic while a young woman was standing trying to pay her fare. If the driver had to suddenly hit the brakes, that young woman could have been seriously injured. Let me point out that this is the exact same illegal, threatening driving behavior that has been going on since September of 2022. That's when I have my first complaint into BAT, September 2022. Which means that BAT management has had 14 months I'm talking about, 14 months to get this under control. They have clearly failed. That is why BAT needs to have signs posted on all buses and at BAT Center and other places, on their website and other places, stating, BAT cares about your safety. The driver will not move this bus until all passengers have been seated. I will also be asking the City Council to order BAT to release the bus tapes on the most egregious threatening incidents so everyone, the public, the city, the mayor, the City Council, can see for themselves just how dangerous and serious this threat is. Because once you see the video on these buses, you're going to agree with me, and you're going to say, this needs to be addressed. I want to ask everyone listening, even if you do not ride the bus for your help, I need to get just one city councilor to propose a resolution to the City Council to order BAT management to come before the full council and explain why this threat continues, what they are doing to prevent it, and why they have not issued a public statement warning the people. Will you help me? It is important for everyone to fully understand why I am so passionate about this issue and why I keep saying that this is an ongoing threat. According to BAT management, there's a fishing clause in the bus drivers' collective bargaining agreement, and I have that email. Anyone who wants it can have it. It states that BAT management is prohibited from reviewing the bus tapes on any bus without a complaint, which means that BAT management does not have the legal authority to review the bus tapes on any driver who has been disciplined for driving to endanger public safety, to monitor their driving behavior on any given day to verify whether they are repeating the same passenger safety violations, which means that despite BAT management's statement to Mayor Sullivan, and Mayor Sullivan told me this in his own words, which means that despite BAT management's statement to Mayor Sullivan that they have the situation under control and that the buses are safe, the fact is, as long as that fishing clause is in the driver's collective bargaining agreement, the buses will not be safe. It will not be safe for passengers. I want to warn you now, Mayor Sullivan and the city councilors, I will never stop fighting you on this issue to get this public statement. I believe public safety is the most important issue in this city, and I will never stop trying to get you to address this issue. Now, whether I win this final battle or fail, I can hold my head high knowing that I stood up for public safety. I battled BAT and Mayor Sullivan for 9 months until they each relented and admitted in writing that I was right. I never wavered. Let me now address the people of Brockton. This threat on the bus is just one example of our broken system of government here in Brockton. The recent election and the fact that 83% of the registered voters in Brockton chose not to vote is a direct cause of our broken system of government and this issue with BAT. American democracy only works if you, the people, participate and vote. When the majority choose not to vote, our system of government and our country and the freedoms that Brockton immigrant communities, the Cape Verdean, the Haitian, Jamaican, Brazilian, all of you came here to Brockton to enjoy start breaking down. We end up with the same mayor and the same nothing, self-serving, do-nothing city councilors. As I stated in my speech on Sunday, November 5th, at Gigi's, a pub downtown Brockton, at the political forum 2 days before the election, Brockton is where you raise your family. Brockton is where you celebrate weddings, anniversaries, and good times. Oops, I screwed up. Brockton is where you make lifelong friends. Brockton is a city. Brockton is where your church is, your source of comfort in support in bad times and celebration in good times. In short, Brockton is your home, the city you love. Its destiny and future is in your hands. Let me tell you a secret. The worst fear of the self-serving incumbents trying to get reelected in Brockton is an educated and informed electorate. They do not want you to vote. They want to keep you down. They want to keep you in your place. They want to keep you scared and afraid to ask questions. They know that if you vote in large enough numbers, they will be out of a job. So let me tell you now, I'm asking you please, start participating and get educated about issues in your neighborhoods. Not just the buses, issues about trash, about other issues in your neighborhood. Get involved and start organizing committees. Start holding your city councilors accountable. Let them know that you are waking up and getting involved and that they are going to have to start earning your vote. It is time to shake up Brockton's political establishment. When you start, let me tell you this, when you start to waver or think that, oh, I don't want to get involved, nothing's going to change, nothing changes, and it's just a waste of my time. What I want you to do is this, close your eyes and picture the faces of your kids and your grandkids. They are why you are voting. It is your duty as parents and grandparents to make sure they live in a better Brockton, where everybody shares in the fruits of a revitalized, prosperous Brockton. The choice is yours. You have the power. I hope you grab hold and exercise that power before it is too late for your kids and your grandkids. As for my podcast, I started it because I'm a firm believer in trying and taking a chance. If you try something and it doesn't work, that's perfectly fine. Just move on to the next thing. I took a chance to give you, the people of Brockton who ride the bus, an outlet to express your concerns about the bus safety and to educate and inform you of your rights under the law to get on a bus safely. I did this because, unlike Mayor Sullivan and the Brockton City Council, I really truly care about public safety because I was a victim 4 times, and I love kids, and I do not want to see an innocent kid get hurt because the mayor and the city council put politics ahead of standing up for public safety. And the bus. My podcast will not work without your participation. While I appreciate all your emails, and I will do everything I can, I will answer your emails and try to explain them. But I would like to get you to come here and sit here right next to me and talk about your experiences on the bus. Now, I know when you go on a TV like this, you're on the cameras here, and you get a little concerned, you get scared, you don't want people to see you, you don't want to get involved and things like that. But really, it's not that bad here. You just sit here, there's nobody here to see you, just a camera. There's a few hundred, maybe a couple thousand people watching you. But, I would like to get you to come here and sit with me and explain, to talk to other people just like you who are having the same problems on the bus. Because I know there are thousands of you out there. I talk to a lot of you at the bus stops and on the bus. And you all talk. And we all talk about how dangerous the bus is and what this driver did last week. And about, the driver shut the door on me. Fine, this is what I want you to come and talk about. Because one of the problems I'm having with Mayor Sullivan and that is, nobody else is complaining. It's only you, Mr. Ripley. Well, the reason that is because, first of all, a lot of people don't know what the law is. They don't know that the law, you're not supposed to, drivers aren't supposed to move the bus. Most of the people in Brockton don't know the law. They think that, you get on a bus and the driver moves it while you're standing there and you shake and you fall down. That's just life. That's just what it is, getting on a bus in the big city, and you have to live with it. You don't have to live with it. That is wrong. The drivers are violating the law, and it's the responsibility of the mayor, BAT, and your city councilors to publicly address this issue with you. That is what I'm trying to do. So I would like to, try to get you to come here, or even, go on Zoom, and we can talk on TV here. So anyway, I just want to say, please go to my YouTube channel, @BusGuy, all capital letters, and you'll find my other podcasts and other speeches I made around the city. You can also continue contacting me on my email at the bottom of your screen. And then finally, I want to say to thank you all and have a safe and happy holiday season. Thank you.